I realise that we've been in the book of Peter for this is our 5th week now. So my recap might be longer than my preach. So I just put that out there and I shall try and whiz through it. Of all the things that we've kind of looked at over the last 4 weeks. But this is what we've been looking at. We've been looking at this letter called 1 Peter. And it's Peter writing to a group of people in multiple churches. And we basically said over these few weeks, we've been saying, yes, Peter has been writing. He was writing to these people who were in Rome. But equally, we can take hold of what was written and apply it to our own lives and take it on board for ourselves. And he was writing to these non-Jewish people who were Christians who are being persecuted. And he basically says, you're being persecuted, but it's a strange gift. And yes, it's a strange gift, but your persecution is this strange gift because what it's going to do is it's going to deepen your faith in Jesus Christ. And even though it might seem odd and seem strange that you're being beaten and imprisoned for being a Christian, but it's going to deepen your relationship and your faith in Jesus Christ. And then he goes on to say that even though you are not Jews, you are in this new family because of Jesus Christ. You have this new identity because of Jesus Christ. And he says now you have this new hope in Jesus Christ. He says you're God's elect, you're chosen, you're sanctified. It means you're holy, it means you're set apart. And what Peter was writing to those people, I say to you today, you're a part of God's chosen family. You've got this new identity. You've got this new hope. You're chosen, you're sanctified, not because of who you are, but because of who Jesus Christ is to you. So persecution may come, he said. Persecution's going to come your way, but why not just worship him anyway? Worship Jesus for who he is in this moment. And he said, prepare your minds. Prepare your minds ready for action. Be self-controlled. Put your hope in him. Put your faith in him. You've tasted and seen how good God is. Now live your life for him wholeheartedly. And then do you remember we did that game where you had to build the tallest tower in your room? I think Naomi and Caleb did it because they jumped on each other's shoulders and they were the tallest. I think Dylan got quite tall as well. And I think Jack did as well with a kind of a mic stand and stuff that was going on. Building tall towers and saying, actually, build your life on Jesus Christ and make sure that Jesus is the cornerstone of who you are. He says that you're chosen people, you're this holy people. Make sure that you build your life on Jesus Christ alone. And last week, we looked at this and we talked about how Peter was saying things might be bad now and things may not be right, but make sure that you're someone who lives right. Things may not be right in what's happening in the world in which you live. And maybe you may be watching the news today or seeing stuff that goes on in your own world and go, this is not right. But make sure that you live right. Live your life for Jesus Christ. Show Jesus through who you are, because one day you're going to be with Jesus Christ. And even though things may be bad now and things may be rubbish now, life is temporal. It's so short. It's just a blip, because eternal life is what we're living for and what we put our hope in. And Peter finishes by saying this: live in harmony one with another. Be sympathetic towards each other. Love as brothers. Be compassionate. Be humble. Be a blessing to others. And the final thing he said was seek peace and then pursue it. Literally look for it. Do you remember we showed the pictures of Where's Wally, I think we did, or Spot the Difference? And we just said the whole idea of the Where's Wally game is to look for Wally. There's no other thing to do except from look for Wally. And we were just being encouraged by seek peace and then go after it. Be someone who lives your life in peace and go after the things of Jesus. So that's just a recap of what we've been looking at.